Right, hello everybody. It's Liam here, and today I'm with TJ and Carl of Renault Rise Marketing. They're also based in Ireland, funnily enough. So not too far from me. And yeah, today we'll be going through kind of the basics of cold emailing because these guys are interested in getting into cold emailing. So do you guys have a bit of an introduction for yourselves, just quickly? Who you serve, kind of industry-wise, your services?
Yeah, so we do marketing online to help businesses grow. We specifically do home renovations businesses in Ireland and the UK. And we're hopping on here today with our good friend Liam to hopefully set up some automated email campaigns to get more leads in the door and book out our calendar meetings.
That's the hope. So we'll get right into it. We won't waste too much time. If you guys have any questions, do shout because I did whip it off, but there's always holes somewhere. And yeah, if you have any
Yeah,
questions, I assume everyone else does as well. So I'm just going to share my screen and we'll go right through it. Ooh, it's not taking
perfect.
too long. Ooh, awesome. Can you see my screen?
Yep, yep.
Awesome. So, this is just going to be the basics of cold email. As you can see, so it's how it works, basically your ICP, because you need to target certain people. Leads list, of course, is probably one of the most important bits. Email validation, best practices, copywriting, spin tag. It looks like a lot. You'll be okay. Trust me. So, of course, when you begin kind of cold emailing, you want to know what it looks like. So I've done up a Miro board. This is from another YouTube video that's going to be going off. So it'll be like a bit inside of a bit, which is nice. If it'll load. Here we are. Okay, here we go. So can you see that?
Yep, yep.
So right. Yes, this one will be better. So when you send an email to a person, like I usually like to work backwards. So obviously you want the client from your email, right? And to send them an email, there's a lot of things that have to happen in the background, just kind of like when you guys run ads, there's obviously like landing pages, you have to make the creatives, everything. So it's kind of the
Yep.
same like concept. And this is one of the parts I like to like go through. So anything highlighted in red costs money. So everything else is
Hmm.
free. So obviously you have to send the email to the person. So everything that like encapsulates that. So inside the email, you need good copy, obviously, intro, offer, CTA, and I'll be going through that later on. And from there, you need leads to send the email to. So of course, there's a lot of places you can generally get leads, but databases is probably the most ideal place to say the least because you can get it in bulk. Um, I'd be looking at like Apollo or LinkedIn. Have you guys used that at all? Like LinkedIn Sales Navigator?
No.
No. Okay. Um, yeah. So Apollo and LinkedIn are kind of like two like pretty big databases that people use. Just to clarify, I think every database in the world is basically based off LinkedIn. Just because they have like a zillion people, which is really funny. It's just these people give it for cheaper. And then for kind of more local leads, LeadSwift and D7 Lead Finder have some really good packages that you can definitely go into. And then before that, you have to define your ICP as well. So who you want to reach out to. So you guys would be a few people in like the kind of home renovation industry as well. Sorry about that. And then yeah, so when you move back from the leads, you need an email sending software. So I was talking to you guys about this earlier. So Instantly, Smartly, Mistrika are probably the main ones in the business currently that people send from.
Okay.
And all you have to do is you plug in the emails, you plug in your leads, and they contact them for you, and they send the copy. It's it's very like software based, so that's awesome. And then from there, you then have the inboxes. So this is the other bit of it that costs money, and how do I describe? It mixes in with kind of everything else. So inboxes going up a scale, you need to buy inboxes off Google, Outlook, Mailforge, or Mailscale. Of course, I built my one off Mail for you guys just because you can run a personalized IP because you're not running too much volume, which is nice. And basically, these can get quite expensive depending on what you're looking at. And then you buy the domains from Cloudflare, Forkpoint, GoDaddy. And yeah, so that's generally what it like the working backwards of it. So obviously, then you have to have the business offer you something to sell. So that's you guys. Do you have any questions on that, or is that just like have a pretty good idea?
No,
I think that's okay.
yeah, you've laid it out nicely there.
Awesome. So, just to go clarify the ICP just really quickly. Who are you guys targeting? This is just I said roofers first, just because obviously you guys are. I think you're targeting roofers anyways. And then I was just saying like SMA, fintech, etc. The reason this is important is because you need to know if you can find them by email. So I've talked to people about this before, and basically there are certain people you just can't on certain platforms. So like if you
Yeah,
want to contact, let's say like plumbers, like I'm sorry, plumbers just don't exist on LinkedIn. Like it's not happening. It's just
yeah,
not happening. And just other industries kind of like that. But the good thing is, if the person is on any sort of these kind of like general databases, it's an automatic qualification process. So if you have a roofer on LinkedIn, you know they can afford your stuff. You just know they can afford your stuff because like a, or like a kitchen renovation, like it's an automatic guarantee that they can afford your stuff. And if you
yeah,
work with a large enough market, you kind of have a general idea. Because of course, if like some people you obviously like you want to DM, you want to call, which is obviously what you guys are doing, which is it's ideal to be honest because you're able to reach these guys. Generally, they'll be trying to figure stuff out on the job. That's one of the things. So that's what that is. It's generally good to just have an idea. Like if you're running any sort of tech, like these guys are always on LinkedIn. It's just there's no questions about it. So moving on from that, this is kind of like the bulk. This is a lot of the time you will be spending your time doing leads lists because
yeah,
you want to contact the right people and you want to have it formatted correctly. And there's kind of two things. There's a local and there's a global leads list, right? A local leads list is kind of like I have it here. So Google Maps, Lead Swift, D7 Lead Finder, these are all local like kinds of databases. Like you can find kind of bigger companies, like kind of like tech companies on there, but preferably not. You'd be looking for you'd be looking for basically blue collar jobs on these kind of like databases. And yeah, so companies can only be found on Google Maps. That is given that they automatically disqualify them nearly all of the time. If they don't have a site, socials, or email, the chances that you want to work with them is slim to none, to be honest. If they don't have any of that, then they're not interested in your service. They're probably 50, 55, 60-year-old person, not interested in ads, happy running their own business. Don't waste your time.
yeah,
Yeah.
For global databases, most databases are based off LinkedIn. So if you just want the most updated info, it's basically there if you want to scrape LinkedIn. I use Phantom Buster, Textile, or Applify. Ideally, those are the main ones for LinkedIn, just because it can get kind of dangerous because they can like ban your account if you basically mess around too much. But these are kind of like the safe ones that I've used. But in general, what I like to do is other databases I use are Apollo, which is mainly an enrichment platform. I use this a lot just because they have a free tier on it and you can enrich leads. So what you do is you put in the companies you want to contact and basically you just get the information for that. Very, very good. Would recommend. Yeah, so just a tip on this. Export Apollo is $3 for 1K. They have an API set up, so that happens the whole time. And then the other one is Fiverr for 150 for. Did I put 1K? It's also 1K. My bad. So 150 for 1K on Fiverr. The other ones I use BuiltQuit, Warp Leads, Lactac, such. These are more kind of like software SaaS service-based businesses on like online service-based. So if you're looking for like websites, etc., any of that kind of stuff, that's kind of what I'm looking for here. Do you have any questions on this so far? Any ideas?
I don't anyway. No.
No, I'm good, Jay.
Perfect. I'm just double check. And then from there, when you have a leads list, you're going to have to validate them. So there's a few buckets that emails fall into. So it's valid, invalid, catch-all, unknown, and I missed one. It's risky. So I'm not in here now. There's no one called risky. Basically, anything that's not valid, you don't send to, like at all. You will destroy your emails. It's not worth it. So all you do is you have like a CSV file and you drop it into an email validator, Million Verifier, SMTP Verifier, Clean Email. There's loads. Just look it up. Yeah, so you can validate catch-all emails. So basically, generally you have a normal email, right? You email them. If it exists, it doesn't exist, you get a response back. But if it's a catch-all email, what it does is it catches any email sent to that is directed to a different inbox. And if it's doing that, these validators can't tell if it's if it's a valid, invalid, or risky, because it'll receive it and direct it away. So it's like a middle person, and you can validate them by rotating your IPs and like inboxes, uh, and companies like Scrubby and Catchfall Verifier do it, but it's extremely expensive. Like it's usually not worth it unless you have a tiny market. Mm,
Yeah.
um, oh, just a tip on this one. You're going to be doing a lot of email validation, so I would recommend going to AppSumo. So I think I showed you guys. I don't know if I showed you guys before, but if you go to AppSumo, you can just buy email validators for like life, and they just give you lifetime credits. It's really good, and it just keeps recurring. I use SMTP verifier, lifetime, amazing, no complaints. So that's that. Um, in terms of best practices, when you're sending, so now you have a leads list and you're looking to like hook it up into the software sending tool, and you're trying to figure out what is ideal. So the general numbers that people follow, like that's what's the word? That's standard in the industry is 75 emails per domain. So 3 inboxes per domain, and then 25 emails per inbox, including the including follow-ups, and it doesn't include warm-up. So per domain, so I have like mtos.com, I send 75 per domain, or you have Reno Rise, and then you have 3 inboxes off that, and then 25 per inbox, contacting new people each time with follow-ups. I don't actually, I don't think I put it in here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna do that then. But basically, a warm-up is a pool of other users, right? So like instantly have a pool of other users, which I'm using now to warm up your guys' inboxes, where it contacts other people inside the pool, and you just trade messages back and forth, and it just warms up the domain because it just shows that you're a real person. So this doesn't include warm up. So you'll be doing a 25-25 split. So it'll be 25-25 split of new people contacted and 25 warm up emails. The
Okay.
bounce rate should always be lower than 2%. If you have higher than 2%, just like if you're at 3%, just turn it off. But you're gonna destroy your domains. So this is like generally what you'd be looking at. You don't want to just destroy your domains. Any questions on that? Because we're getting into some of the techie bits.
Yeah. What do you mean by bounce rate?
Yeah. So no, it might be better if I actually just yeah. Go to this. So let me just log in, and then oh, I usually get my password wrong. This is nice.
Gonna leak your password to the world.
Yeah. So if I come down here, that's not this one. This one here, and then I'll just scroll to the bottom. Oh, I love when stuff like this doesn't load. Here we go. So let's say if I go to marketing agencies in England. So this is a campaign I ran ages ago. Obviously, it turned off. This one performed quite well. But if you go to like the lead section, this is the total number of leads in a campaign. This is the sequence. So this is the amount of people contacted in the campaign. And then unsubscribe is obviously when people just unsubscribe. And then like the number of leads bounce. So you know what? I can do a better example. So I was testing this out earlier, and basically all it looks like is this. If I go to my Gmail, I remember I was testing it out. Is on this one? Yeah, here we go. So this is what it looks like. My my bloody is this gonna open? So my email servers were misconfigured, and this is a bounce. So you know when you can't email to someone.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is a bounce, and if you send this too many times, you destroy your email. You just completely destroy your email because they just realize you're just emailing random people. And once that is figured out, you basically just destroy your domains. So yeah, that's the balance. Does that kind
Okay,
of
we've
make
been
sense?
getting a lot of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll probably destroy their domain.
Yeah.
Okay. I would be careful. So if you go to MX Toolbox, I will do this after this call. All this is it tells you if your domains are basically destroyed. So you come over here, come to blacklists, and then just put in your server or IP. So you should check both since you've done this IP or your domain. So wait, actually, I'll do it now. Rise Marketing.
Yeah, .com.
So it'll just tell you if it's screwed or not. But it didn't run a bunch of tests. Okay, so you're okay. But the fact is, right, you have 5 timeouts and
Okay.
options. You're on like a list. So you're like, if this continues, then I might throw you on the list. So you're not on there yet,
Okay.
Yeah.
but like you can be. So I would just be careful now. Just slow down. Once you get a
Big.
blacklist, some of them you can't remove, and some of them you can.
Yeah.
Some of them ask you to pay, so it depends. So you're okay. You're okay for timing. So does that
Good stuff.
answer that question?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So moving on, we now have copywriting, probably one of the other really important things. Yeah. So this is where masters are made. This is basically most of it. Most people can do. You can set up the system. You can do the emails, but actually copywriting is what takes time to figure out. General rules I follow is 50 words long. Like it's not like a set rule, but like 50 is like a pretty good number. Um, any longer and you're kind of like rambling unless um, you're really giving value. Talk about them more than you. So I try and be like, we can help you, and you can get this, and this is what you get. Like you don't want to be like you just talk about yourself less basically. You don't want to be like I do this, this, and this, and I also do this, and I've helped this person. Like you need to have kind of like uh, it's basically like talking to someone. You know when you talk to someone in real life and you want to like talk to them about them, and they just talk back to you the whole time. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
general rule of thumb. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. General rule of thumb is 2 to 1 is pretty good. Just try to keep it at that. Most people, I've seen some of the emails.
Okay.
Most of them are pretty terrible. Yeah, and then you just highlight benefits. So this is where kind of the offer comes in. So you're like, we can help you do this, right? That's like highlighting the benefit. You want to make it like really, really apparent. Um, so the general framework I follow the most, and what I'd recommend most people follow at the very beginning, because you can get fancy with it, but like it's just once you get fancy, it's like okay, like it's not worth it. So it's the intro, so a general probing question or general personalization. An offer, which is what you give them, basically what the benefits they have. Don't highlight services, highlight the offer. A case study, obviously, for extra proof if you have it, and a CTA is a simple action. And I should add in here as well a risk reversal. That's really important on email. So let's break this down. So an intro generally is just kind of like a general personalization. You can use AI, but just there's no need sometimes. I've done it. It gets very complicated. So it's a pretty basic, don't overcomplicate it. I saw you were in charge of company's marketing, saw your company was based in location, saw the reviews you got from area. You know, it's like it's kind of like an intro, and you want to get someone hooked in because when people open up, let me see, we come back here. So when people open like an email, like they see like this bit, so you want this to be let me. So basically, what I do is I send emails to myself. So let's see if this will open up in time. And this is generally what people see. Hopefully, this isn't too long. Let's see. Load up. Thank you, Google. So if I come down here, so this is what it kind of looks like. So I send emails to myself just to like test because I want to see what it looks like when people receive it. It's like quick question, Terry. Um, Hi Terry, is Simplify looking to break free from the pack? I didn't like that one, but whatever. Hi Terry, saw you were a key decision maker in Simplify. So they're like, I am a key decision maker in Simplify. Hi Terry, are your currently acquisition systems getting the results you want? So that's like a general probing question. Um, that you want to kind of like bring it out of them. And as you can see, very short subject lines. Your opinion, Terry. Thoughts, Terry. Hi, Terry. Is BPL looking to expand internationally in Q3? Just general questions like that. So that's kind of like the intro. So the offer is the other bit of it, right? So you want to try and have, yes, this is 80% of the effort. If you have a bad offer, then it's just not happening. It's just not happening. And the general framework that I follow with the offer is we can help company do X in Y time without X. Um, Risk reversal. So we can help Apple add an extra 30% in online sales within 3 months and work on performance. So Apple is the company. We can do this, which is add an additional 30% within 3 months. And I didn't put it without here, but it's on a risk reversal. So on a performance basis, which is a risk reversal. Basically, yeah. We can help Samsung do an extra 20K per month within 3 months or your money back. Risk reversal. Like, it's not difficult. It's just like when people look at it, comparing it to other stuff, a lot of the other stuff is really bad. It's really, really bad. And it's not something that you want to overcomplicate. This, by the way,
Yeah.
is a placeholder. So usually you'd have like company name in here, and you just substitute the company name in. It's kind of like inside the softwares when you upload the files. And then let me see. Yeah, so some high-level tactics is to package it. So instead of paid ads, you say end-to-end roofer system. Instead of AI agents, 24/7 AI lead gen system agents, whatever you want to call it. But basically just package it. No one cares about paid ads like at all, or no one cares about the fact that I sent cold emails for people. Like, just no one cares. It's just how you package it. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions on that so far?
No,
Good, Joe.
you seem to be covering all bases here.
Awesome, awesome. So this is for case studies. So there's two ways of going about this. You can write your email with just a case study, right? It's possible. Like, you can do it. If you want to experiment with that, go ahead. But generally, if you do the intro offer case study, you'll be pretty safe. So this will be standalone or mixing with the offer. Additional Apple generated an additional 30K per month using the system. We can help Samsung do 20K extra per month within 3 months or your money back. Apple used the system to generate an additional 30K per month. So it's just kind of like just wrapping it in with the email. It's very, very simple. You just say this person used it, they did this. That's it. It's not too complicated. And then for the CTA, I would recommend for you guys. I don't think I put it. Oh yeah, I did put it in here. Loops are extremely broken. Yeah. So make it easy to say yes, which is one thing. Would you be interested in learning more? Can I show you how we can do it the same for you? And worth a quick chat, just general, like, yes. Like, it's just like yes or no. There's no like maybe, if, buts, or maybes. Yeah. So there's a few other tactics. You can change the CTA to like a phone call is one thing maybe. So you can be like, is this worth a quick phone call? If they say yes, just call them immediately. Like, that works. Another one is looms are quite strong. The reason being is it's just like they get to see you, right? You're actually like a person, right? It's very so
That's how you reached out to us with a loom.
yeah. So it's really good because it just, you can see the person, you know how they're kind of like general tonality, the way they act. Do I actually like this person? So obviously try to be likable. And then the next best thing is you can actually look at their business and just try and break down all the reasons they're not making money, and then you can just send it back to them and just tell them exactly what's going on. And it's just, now you've just differentiated yourself from the pack. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very different. I will say is you will have to reply fairly, try to reply fairly fast, depending on how you want to do it. One last tip on this. If you're sending a loom, put an image inside the follow-up of yourself, because people don't like clicking on links, or they try not to anyways. That's probably the other thing I'd say. Yeah, so do you have any questions on that?
No, that all makes sense. Like, we do find looms are quite powerful. We started doing them, so definitely a good idea. We'd probably go ahead with that, to be honest.
Awesome. No, that's awesome. So let me see. So we're here now. Yeah. So we have 5 more sections. So spin taxing. Spinning the tax is just spinning syntax basically. important to not get flagged by email platforms. An example is hi name. Instead, you have hi, hey, hello name. All it does is every time it sends an email, it'll pick between one of the three different options. So this is now three different variations. You can just put it in ChatGPT. Just take your email, put it in ChatGPT, and be like, I need to syntax this. Just can you do that for me, please? It's very simple. All it does is you don't get flagged by platforms. Do you have any questions on that?
No, that's great.
Awesome. Okay. And lead magnets. So this is also one I would definitely recommend you guys have a look at. So when I talk to people, a lot of them are just asking. An option that you guys have, since you guys do ads obviously, and you're working with certain people, is make a Dream 100 list. I don't know if you've done this already, but just get a list of 100 people in the UK that you want to work with, and basically just send them an ad creative. Like just send it to them, or just like do some sort of value for them. And obviously you exclude them from whatever emails the email campaigns you're running. But that's like a side thing. Sorry. So a lead magnet is just a person that leads with the most value. So obviously an example is, are you open to a quick call? Is obviously one. So you're asking for their time, right? So obviously you're asking for money, but they know they're going to get pitched or a discovery call at least, right? Are you open to a quick call? Unless you have a really strong offer, usually most people don't. Like it works, but they're obviously not a ban, so it's fine. The next one is can I make 3 ad creatives for you? So like now the game's changed. Obviously you can add in like for free. So all this does is people are like, okay, so this person is going to make 3 ad creatives, and if we are able to like if you can send it over, or if you can give it to them, I don't know if you have templates or you need to personally make one, something along the lines of that. But it's really good to get in the door with a person, because now you're giving value instead of asking for someone else's time. It just changes the frame a bit. You can use ChatGPT to find good lead magnets. Don't give away any of like an audit or an ebook. Just please don't. Yeah, people don't care. And if it helps them make money, or if it's helping them make money, if it doesn't, then don't do it. Yeah, sorry. So it basically should help them make money, or show proof of competency, or you can basically record a video on your whole process. I'd give that a hit too, just to see. Do you have any questions on this?
You're saying no one cares about free audit. I've been kind of doing that where I'd record, just kind of going through the social media as well. I think could be better. You don't think that's effective, no?
No. Okay, sorry. I should clarify. An ad account audit. Like, so any sort of
Okay.
like, if it's open to the public, then yes. So if you do websites, I know some people that they do websites, right? And they'll send looms over saying like, this is all the reasons you're losing money on your website. That's fine, because like they don't need to give you access. But don't do like an ad account audit where they have to give you
Okay.
access to their Facebook or anything, or like a Google Ads audit,
Yeah.
or like your like a CRM audit or anything. Like that's just it's just not on the table, because people they're not interested. I should have clarified on that. That's my bad.
What about it?
Let me see. So no, you got any questions on that?
No, that's okay. I'm good, yeah.
Perfect. So on follow-ups, this should be in the best practices, but I put it out separately. Follow-ups is usually recommended to do 1 initial and 2 follow-ups. The reason being is the more you send, the more spammy you look. And unless you are really, really like, this is part of your Dream 100 and you're giving value every time, and you're not just sending an automated email, generally just keep it like 3 emails is pretty good, because the number I usually give is, if you have 1,000 emails a day, you send 20,000 a month, because there's 4 weeks in a month. You contact if you have a 3-step sequence, you have 8,000 people to contact. Wait, no, is that right? No, it's not. Wait, 20 divided by 3. It's
8.3 or
yeah,
no? Yeah, that's good.
yeah, it's like 6, 7. But
Yeah.
if you have a 4-step sequence, you then it changes to 5. So you've missed out on 1.7k extra people. Ideally, if it was up to me, I would just send one email. That would be awesome, and just reach
Yeah.
10,000 new people. But unfortunately, that doesn't like it works, but I wouldn't recommend it. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, so it's just very basic stuff. Bumping them back up to the inbox, something like, um, hey name, just wanted to hop back in and just have a look, something like that. You can go to ChatGPT. It's very simple, and just kind of recite your first email in the first follow up, and then the second one is kind of like kind of a breakup email is the best way of putting it, just to say the least, where you're just like, look, I haven't heard back from you. I assume this isn't something you're interested in. Is there anyone else in the company that is responsible? That type of stuff. Because you want, if someone can direct you, that's ideal. Any
Yeah.
questions on this?
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So response handling and example emails. So now you're a professional cold emailer, and you're getting responses. How do you respond? Is probably the main. It's pretty easy. You need to know two things: make it easy to book, and do it within 5 minutes. Obviously, no one can do it within 5 minutes all the time. I try my best, but that's the general rule of thumb. If you see it, just respond to it, because they're at their phone or their laptop and they're sending, like, they've just replied to you. Like they've just replied. Like I cannot emphasize this enough. They've just replied to you, and like they are ready to book in. So you get six general responses. So referral is telling you that someone else is in charge of the business or this area of the business. Ooh, I think I'm frozen. Right. Positive, info, negative, out of office, which is one you'll get a lot, and then come back to me. So if we go to positive, ooh, why is my loom? What is going on? Okay. Positive. A generally good response is, hi name. I would put maybe personalization here if you'd want to. So the best way of doing that is you can be like, let's see. So, hi name, great hearing back from you. I just had a look at your site or something, or I just had a look at your socials. And this is if you aren't doing a Loom, obviously. But I was just looking at your socials. I see a few things that are having conversions. Are you free day at time or day at time? So you want to highlight specific times that like you're free, and they just say yes. Like that's all they have to do. You can say, yeah, look, this day, Monday at 9:30, sure, and you give them two times, and they'll either come back saying yes or no, or another thing you can do is, if they don't work, you can grab the time here. I'm currently experimenting with this because um, people just seem to dislike clicking links, which is just so much fun. But this works definitely. And basically, you just insert the link in here. So if you have a calendar link, just put in like you can grab the time here, and it'll come up kind of like blue, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Info is just people asking for more info. So hi name, great hearing back from you. Company info. So you can do your website, maybe a pitch deck if they're asking for it, maybe an about us, maybe just basically any sort of info, maybe a slide, like a slideshow. And then you can be like, if this is interesting to you, uh, are you free? Day at time or day at time? Yeah, so this is interesting to you. Are you free day one at time or day two at time? So it's the same concept. Like I'm not going to change too much, or if they don't, or if those times don't work for you, or if they don't work, just grab a time here. Same thing, pretty simple. They all kind of follow the same format. For a negative one, since you guys are a single entity running your own like emails, I would add anybody to a block list that doesn't respond, or sorry, not doesn't respond, that responds negatively. And all that is just an absolute list where we will not contact you again. Like it's just not happening. Instantly, Miss Rika, Smartly, they all have it. It's very simple. You just drop in
Okay.
their email website. Definitely do that because if you contact them again, you'll get done in for spam, and you want to last as long as possible. Out of office is another like whole thing. You can add them to a subsequence or just leave it. So a subsequence is basically like spin-off sequences that you can put people in. So like if someone was to respond positively, I can put them in a subsequence, and it'll reply back with this automatically. But sorry, going back here. So you can reply. So if they're like, I'm on annual leave till I don't know, like the end of this month or like the 1st of August or something. You can be like, hi name, saw you were out of office. Um, you can say till today or something, or saw you were out of office. Would now be better time to get in contact. So this would be sent whenever time you're given. So you will get a lot of out of offices. So it depends on what you want to do. I usually just leave them because like there's a lot, like there's a lot. So that's just me. Come back to me. Just place them in the calendar and then run it back with this. So if someone says come back to me on like the 1st of August, which you do get sometimes, just throw them in the calendar and just say like, hi name, you gave me a shout to come back to you at this time. Would now be better time to talk. It's just very simple, very easy, same concept. And then referral is this one's a bit more interesting. So if someone says to you, look, I'm not in charge of this, but here is this person's email. That happens sometimes as well. What you do is inside the same email thread, you put in this like the subject and you put introduction by refer name or full name at target company. So by I don't know like TJ at marketing or Renault Marketing, and you say hi first name of the other person because you've changed the person you're sending to. Refer name suggests I contact you to discuss the email below. Let's set up a time to talk. Which time is better for you? Day or time, day or time. It's the same thing. If you prefer, you can book here. Or if you're doing a loom, you can do a loom. Whoops, I had another person's name in here. Whoopsies. And yeah, so do you have any questions on that? Oh, I don't even know that's not in there. Sorry.
No, that's all good. Yeah.
Fixing this on the fly. And then the last one is, I'm just going to close this. So this is just some examples of just like when you put everything kind of together. So this is for an e-com skin. It's a marketing shoot. It's an ad agency going after e-com and skincare brands. Oh my god, I forgot that bit. Had that in. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. So hi, first name. Saw you were a key decision maker in company's marketing. Intro. So this is the intro. We built out a plug-and-play system. So that's the packaging for skincare brands. So this is I segmented the list specifically to only have skincare brands that has crushed for our clients. So if you notice in this, I didn't have a risk reversal. Well, yeah, actually, I didn't have a risk reversal in this. I also don't have a direct tangible outcome. The reason I don't is because their case study is really strong. It worked so well that we sold out Salt Grooming in 4 months, which is another skincare brand, and then acquired and sold our own skincare brand in 2 months. Like you don't need a risk reversal in this type of case, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, because it's just such a strong case study. Like obviously I can be like, we do all this, this, and this, but I want this to be quick and easy to read, to skim it. And then can I show you how we did it? So in this, you're kind of providing value because you're showing them how you did it. You're not saying, can you get on a call with me? It's can I show you how we did it? So it's kind of basically get on a call with me, but I'm just going to show you, and then I'm going to sell you afterwards. Oops, I'm going to change that. Whoops. And then yeah, so this is one that's been working quite well. And then this is a local one for social media. Hey, first name, saw you guys were based in county, so I figured I'd reach out. That's the intro. My name is X. We're a local agency based in X. So this is basically more intro. This one's actually been doing really well, even though it's a double intro. We just helped a similar client boost sales by reaching an additional X amount of people. So I made this number really funny because first of all, I know the person can do it, and second of all, people believe it more if you have random numbers, if that makes sense. So if you say
Yeah.
like 80,000 people, that's like okay, but if you specifically give a number that's like completely like it just looks different in the person's brain registering, if that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a psychological thing. So yeah, last month, pretty sure we can do the same for you too. So that's just showing competency and case study. So that's offer and case study with also no risk reversal, I might add. Would you prefer to meet up for a quick coffee on O'Connell Street, or would a quick phone call work better for you? This hit hard because they're only targeting people in the local vicinity, which, don't get me wrong, makes it much harder to target people, but it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people know like Irish people like to deal with Irish people, as I've realized in the last like month. So that's one of the things. So yeah, sorry, I've done a lot of talking. Do you guys have any questions?
I like the way you've worded, especially that initial email about the skincare. Like it's very kind of, you're not forcing anything on them. It's like a gentle just integration into, can I show you how we did it? And I think that is really good. Do you have anything, Carl?
Oh yeah, it's good system altogether. Yeah.
No, I have no real questions on it. Suppose how do we get started?
Yeah, so of course I'm warming up all your what's the word? I'm warming up all your like accounts now. So if I
Yep.
was let me see. So I'm warming everything up. Um, the thing with Gmail is it takes about 10 days to connect the domains because they want to make sure you're off all the certain blacklists, which happens. So I'm just gonna kill
Yeah.
myself. I don't lag too much. So yeah, so what I'll do is if you'd be interested actually, we can run back another call where this is obviously just the basics. I'll send over that document to you. But we can run back another call where I'll write the scripts like live, obviously, and we can hop on call. I can show you like how I go about it. Obviously, you need to A/B
Yep.
test because roofer markets and everything, and like you have to figure everything out. But we can do that if that's something you're interested in. We can run through that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
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 Perfect.
So
I made a list of initial questions before the call. Now you might have answered some of them. I'll just fly through them here. So you make the outreach lists. You're saying you you kind of pay $3 for 1,000, and you use LinkedIn to make them. Is it?
right. Okay. Actually, I'll show. So most databases are based off LinkedIn, but they
Yeah.
don't. They're not from like you can get them from LinkedIn, but I usually use Apollo. So if I just let's hope it doesn't take too long to load. So Apollo is like one of the ones I use, or like Lead Swift. And what I say is when you do a search on Apollo, it basically let's just wait for this to load. So if you basically wait, is my screen sharing? I'm just double checking.
Yep.
Okay. So this doesn't take too long. It might be because I'm sharing screen. It's being shy, guys. It's just not enjoying. Yeah. So like one of the ways that you guys could definitely go about it is you come over here and I have a bunch of saved searches, but if I just open up, I think I have a video. I made a video about this because it's really interesting. But you can go to the industry. So let's say I go to agriculture, sure, right? And agriculture comes up with this, but I learned it like a little bit of this in code, but like up here, the URL is what you want. So all the search filters are up here. So what you do is you take the search filter and you give it to like Export Apollo or something, or you give it to the person on Fiverr, and basically they will scrape this list for you. And obviously, like you base it off the total amount of contacts in the thing. So this would cost
Yeah.
the money. But does that kind of answer your question? Hopefully.
Yeah. It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And just when we do get going, would I give you a list of niches, like you're saying, roofers there? We don't particularly do roofers, but we do have a list of kind of 11, 12 different niches that we target. Would I just give you a list of them and you can work away?
So what we can do is yeah, send over the list, right? And I'll see what it kind of looks like. What I'll do is I'll probably record. So I do have a video recorded on this about how I build a list, like really specific lists. But I'll record another Loom and I can fly it over to you guys, and then you can have the search URLs just so you guys are like what's the word? You guys know what you're looking for as well, because I'm trying to show you
Yeah.
guys like to basically fish, like be a fisherman basically instead of
Yeah.
like the fish. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. Is that okay?
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, definitely. Just on average, then I think you might have went through it briefly last call, but I don't have it written down. What was your average kind of meeting per email? What would you find? Or
So
yeah, I suppose
the
for every
general
800 or
yeah. So the general gist is if you send 1,500 emails, right, and you haven't gotten a positive like interested response, interested in the book and meeting, change your copy, change your offer, change everything. Generally, you're
Yeah.
looking at probably like 1,000 is the range you'd be looking at. 1,000, like sub 1,000.
Okay.
If you have a strong offer, obviously it varies going up and down depending on deliverability and everything. But that's kind of generally what I'd be looking at number wise.
Perfect. And you do 450 per day?
So for you guys have 6 domains,
Yeah.
3 per, so about 450 is what you'd be looking at. So
Perfect. So we can kind of, obviously not guaranteed, but we can expect something like a meeting every 2 or 3 days.
yeah, I'd say definitely give it a bit of a test run. You'll definitely be getting interesting responses if you're running the Loom system, and if you're calling them directly from once they respond. So depending on your CTA, you'd be looking at around that. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Just a couple of others. With that outreach list that we make, I suppose, would that have all information like phone numbers, so that maybe if we've emailed people and they haven't replied, because some people don't really check emails as much, if we could just give them a call and work through it that way, like would it be all in one big spreadsheet that we could work through as well?
Yeah. So when you do it off Apollo or a few others, there'll be like lists of like phone numbers as well. So phone numbers and emails and names and everything that you can kind of contact off the person.
Yeah. Perfect. I think that's pretty much everything I have. Yeah, and I suppose you're going to show us how to use ChatGPT to do the custom intro to all the emails.
Yes, I can. Sorry, I was processing. Yeah. I do have.
No problem.
I can send over a video so you have a look. So on the channel, I recorded like
Yeah.
a full walkthrough of how I do it, which is one thing. But
Perfect.
once we do the copywriting, if you're interested, I can show you guys how to do that as well. Yeah, if you're interested,
Yeah.
have a look at that as well. Awesome, guys. Do you have any more
Sure.
questions?
That's all I have.
I
Do you
think
have
I'm
anything?
good, yeah.
Good. Good stuff. So when the emails should be ready to go in the next kind of week or two, and then when do you want to have a follow-up call?
I'll be away for the next kind of week or so. I won't be in, so we'll be looking at probably past the week really. Like anything past next Thursday, I'll be free to basically have a call. I know it's a little bit away, which is why I wanted to get this in now. So yeah.
Yeah. Are you
Okay with you?
going on holidays, are you?
Yeah, off to Amsterdam. So see what happens.
Okay.
Very nice.
Very good.
Yeah, so
Perfect. Yeah, no, enjoy. Sure. I'll reach out to you then.